was a good one for Ron Richards. He was at his peak. In October, Richards, aged 28, met Gus Lesnevich, 5 years his junior and soon to be a world champion. Richards was positively smashing. By the 12th, Lesnevich knew he was a beaten man, but somehow he hung in there. Richards was the first of the great champions trained by Ern McQuillan, whose son, Ern Jr., one of Australia's leading news photographers, well remembers Richards' awesome power.
Lesnevich went back to America and won the light heavyweight championship of the world and held it for 7 years. So that'll give you the idea of the calibre of fighter Richards was when he was at his top. By God, he was a great fighter. There's none better than Ron Richards.
When he fought the likes of Attilo Sabatino here a month later, Richards was rated the number 3 middleweight in the world. And in December 1938, he was simply magnificent against Clarence Reeves, the Alabama Kid. Meanwhile, the man Richards could never beat, Ambrose Palmer, with the long black trunks and the slick back hair, went on to win the Australian middleweight, light heavyweight and heavyweight titles. In this fight, he belted American Johnny Myler, who had beaten Joe Louis in the amateurs. Palmer fought 3 bloody wars with the American Deacon Kelly. He won their first at Sydney's Leichhardt Stadium, but had 2 busted ribs and a broken nose as reminders, as Palmer explains.
The next day, the press said that I'd won well. But every time I looked at myself in the mirror, and every time I took a deep breath, I'm not sure whether I did win.
Dejected after losing their next fight, Palmer quit boxing to concentrate on his first love, Australian rules football with Footscray. After a 2-year absence, Palmer came back to beat Kelly, then knocked out Richards. In December, Palmer lost an unpopular decision in this fight against Gus Lesnevich. Palmer was outpointed for the first time in his career, and at the age of 27, he called it a day. Palmer had 67 professional fights for 58 wins, including 23 KOs. And he took his magnificent skills with him into a new career as a trainer of champions.